even as to get better because it turned into such an intensive surgical treatment. They took out 37 lesions, and now I'm a completely new person. From the gentle age of, Bindi Irwin has lived inside the public eye. Born to femme and conservationist and TV persona Steve Irwin, her lifestyles changed into fashion by means of the expectations and decisions of these around her. However, Bindi has grown a long way past the naive toddler who once charmed audiences worldwide. I just cherished absolutely the whole lot. I loved every unmarried animal and desired to hug it and kiss it regardless of what. Who is Bindi Irwin these days? And how would possibly her mother and father have felt about this first-rate transformation? Join us as we unveil the surprising adjustments that brought about Bindi Irwin's dad and mom emotional outburst and early publicity. Bindi Sue Irwin was born into a own family devoted to flora and fauna conservation. Her own family is extremely involved with the wild that her first call, Bindi, changed into inspired by using her father's favorite woman crocodile at Australia Zoo, even as her center call, Sue, commemorated the family's cherished canine, Suey, who exceeded far from cancer in 2004. According to her father, the call Bindi comes from the Younger language, meaning young girl. From a very young age, Bindi became a familiar face on television. At simply years vintage, she commenced acting frequently in her father's suggests, like the Crocodile Hunter Diaries. She also performed a credited role in the 2002 film The Wiggles' Wiggly Safari. Bindi's historical past is a mix of English, Irish, and Swedish, with a robust Irish impact from her father's facet. As a dual citizen of Australia and the US, Bindi expressed her appreciation for having ties to each international locations, once remarking in an interview, "What's simply pleasant is being a twin citizen. I assume I get to vote there as well." This younger female's lifestyles modified all the time when her father, Steve Irwin, tragically handed away in 2006, while she became simply 8 years vintage. In the wake of her father's death, Bindi confirmed exquisite courage and maturity. On September 20th, 2006, she delivered a heartfelt eulogy in the front of 5,000 people and a global audience of over 300 million viewers. Her speech, which she generally wrote herself, earned massive reward and became voted Television Second of the Year in a 2006 poll with the aid of TV Week. Bindi was homeschooled for a whole lot of her adolescence, but later pursued formal education. In 2014, she enrolled at TAFE Queensland East Coast, where she earned a certificate in business. By 2016, she began working closer to a certificate in tourism, in addition making ready herself to hold on her own family's legacy. Through dedication, Bindi has grown from an infant inside the highlight a function model and committed conservationist, continuing to honor her father's dream of protecting natural world. Building a legacy, Bindi Irwin has been a famous television character and conservationist from a totally younger age. One of her earliest tasks became web hosting a 26-episode Kids Natural World documentary called Bindi the Jungle Girl, which aired on the Discovery Kids Network. Initially, her father, Steve Irwin, became featured in many of the episodes. However, after his tragic death, the production became briefly put on maintain. Later, Bindi and her mom made it known that Bindi could take up her father's paintings in both conservation and TV. When the series finally premiered in June 2007, media reviews highlighted how Steve had always been supportive of his daughter's career. He had once remarked that he didn't need to overshadow her, however, as an alternative serve as her co-famous person. True to her family's values, Bindi additionally devoted 10% of her income from the display to Wildlife Warriors, a conservation charity founded by using the Irwin family in 2002. Beyond TV, Bindi's creativity found an outlet in music. In November 2006, she launched her first album, Bindi Kid Fitness with Steve Irwin and the Crocmen. 12 months later, she launched her debut Unmarried, Trouble Within the Jungle, which blanketed a special tribute to her father in a music titled My Daddy the Crocodile Hunter. My dad changed into an extremely good man, part conservationist, part cousin. He knew matters he might teach me, like the way to surf a wave down the seashore with. This single additionally showcased a playful facet of Bindi, as it featured her rapping, a completely unique twist that captured the attention of her young fanatics. Around the same time, she started appearing Stay, inclusive of a performance at the Today Show accompanied by means of the Crocmen. Bindi additionally produced fitness DVDs for kids, mixing her love for music and fitness along with her ardor for wildlife conservation. As her musical journey evolved, she fashioned bands which include Bindi and the Crocmen and later Bindi and the Jungle Girls, liberating albums like African Dance Party in 2013 and Bindi's Island Dance Party in 2016. Her growing hobby in track additionally led her to absorb learning the piano, in addition showcasing her skills and resolution. Bindi's repute became not restrained to music and TV. At the age of 8, she made headlines when she had become the youngest individual to grace the cover of New Idea, outstanding Australian mag. In June 2007, she hosted a US television special titled My Daddy the Crocodile Hunter, a heartfelt tribute to her late father. Around that time, she regarded on Famous American Communicate Suggests, consisting of The Ellen DeGeneres Show and Larry King Live, in which she captivated audiences along with her intelligence and attraction. During one of her interviews, she spoke approximately her love for creative writing and admitted that math wasn't her favorite situation. She additionally expressed her pleasure in being homeschooled, noting that she shared a close bond with her teachers. Bindi's role as an entertainer prolonged to film and other media. In 2010, she starred in the film Free Willy, Escape from Pirates Cove, portraying the adventurous lead character Kira. Later in 2013, she took on the main position in the sequel to Nin's Island, following in the footsteps of Abigail Breslin, who performed the man or woman inside the original. Additionally, she hosted Bindi's Boot Camp, a natural world-themed game show aimed toward instructing younger contestants approximately animals while putting them through exciting, demanding situations. The display became filmed at Australia Zoo and became praised for its amusing yet instructional technique to wildlife conservation. Over the years, Bindi appeared at numerous high-profile occasions. In 2007, she offered awards on the Kids' Choice Awards and the Logie Awards, charming audiences together with her self-assurance and aura. Later that year, she done songs from her album Trouble in the Jungle in the course of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City, delighting the gang from a jungle-themed flow. She additionally made guest appearances on diverse television shows such as My Babysitter's a Vampire and the Australian collection Big Brother, where she amazed a housemate who had regularly cited her all through the display. Through her paintings in television, music, and conservation, Bindi Irwin tested an incredible capacity to hold forward her father's legacy, while carving out her personal identity. Her passion for flora and fauna, creativity and enjoyment, and determination to inspiring young human beings have made her a positioned version for hundreds of thousands global. More on her public look. In March 2014, Bindi Irwin made an look on Good Morning America with her family, wherein she shared a few thrilling news. She announced a partnership with SeaWorld, an animal-themed park agency, signaling her persistent dedication to natural world and conservation. The announcement showcased Bindi's growing role as a conservation propose and her efforts to amplify her have an effect on in selling animal welfare. In August 2015, any other massive possibility got here her way, whilst Bindi became revealed as a contestant Dancing with the Stars. She was paired with expert dancer and five-time champion Derek Ho. Since Bindi turned into nevertheless a minor on the time, she wanted unique permission from California courts to take part in the opposition. Despite the felony hurdles, Bindi gave her all on the dance ground, impressing judges and audiences with her attraction, dedication, and plain talent. After weeks of severe opposition, Bindi and Derek were topped the winners on November 24, 2015. New champions of Dancing with the Stars. Her journey at the show now not handiest highlighted her dedication, but additionally endeared her to fans global. Bindi's connection to Dancing with the Stars didn't quit there. On April 1, 2019, she again, as a visitor, chose during week 7 of the Australian model of the show's 16th season. Her revel in as a former champion made her a herbal preference to provide treasured feedback and encouragement to the contestants. Bindi has additionally been recognized for her first-rate achievements and contributions. On May 4, 2008, she received the Logie Award for Most Popular New Female Talent, a testimony to her growing reputation in Australia. Just a month later, on June 13, 2008, she made records at Handiest 9 Years Antique via turning into the youngest performer to win a Daytime Emmy Award. She received the award for Exquisite Performer in a Kids Collection, breaking the previous document held with the aid of Cameron Grimes, who had won at age 10 for her function in The Young and the Restless. Bindi's efforts in conservation have also earned her massive recognition. Speaking for those who can't communicate for themselves, being a flora and fauna warrior means to devote your existence to creating the sector a higher region for future generations. In October 2014, she was venerated because the Young Conservationist of the Year by means of the Australian Geographic Society. This award contemplated her determination to continuing her family's task of flora and fauna conservation and educating others approximately the significance of shielding the herbal world. My dad, Steve Irwin, created the time period flora and fauna warrior, and it became his vision for conservation that maintains to encourage me and people from all around the globe. Her capacity to stability, entertainment, and advocacy has made her an inspiring discern to many. However, let's communicate about the tragic event that created a void within her and made her come to be the splendid girl she is nowadays. The tragic dying of Irwin Stephen. Stephen Robert Irwin, broadly referred to as the crocodile hunter, changed into a loved Australian zookeeper, conservationist, and TV persona who captivated the sector along with his adventurous spirit and deep love for flora and fauna. Born on February 22, 1962, in Top Fern Tree Gully, Victoria, Australia, Steve grew up surrounded by way of reptiles at his family's Natural World Park. His father, Bob Irwin, added him to crocodiles and other creatures early on, sparking Steve's lifelong ardor for animals. He gained worldwide recognition inside the overdue 90s via his hit TV collection, The Crocodile Hunter. Co-hosted together with his wife, Terry Raines, the display showcased Steve's fearless encounters with natural world and his task to train human beings about conservation. Together, Steve and Terry additionally hosted shows like Croc Files, The Crocodile Hunter Diaries, and New Breed Vets. The couple co-owned and managed Australia's zoo located in Beerwah, Queensland, which were based by way of Steve's mother and father. Steve and Terry's determination to natural world conservation extended to their private lives as well, raising their children, Bindi and Robert, to proportion their love. Steve's infectious enthusiasm, bold stunts, and iconic catchphrases like "Crikey" made him a family name. Beyond amusement, he labored tirelessly as an environmentalist and educator, inspiring endless people to understand and protect animals. His fearless method to managing risky creatures earned him admiration and on occasion complaint. But his commitment to wildlife by no means wavered.